And new tonight on Night Side, Louisiana's Treasurer, Dr. John Fleming, gave a speech at the Hotel Bentley in Alexandria with a distinct focus on his future endeavors and his tenure in office after being elected as the state's treasurer in 2023. As KALB's Robert LaPearl reports, Fleming had some choice words for his electoral opponent.
We have 3 polls that show if the election were today, I would beat him by a comfortable margin. We're already there.
Confidence. That's what Dr. John Fleming brought to the Hotel Bentley in Alexandria on April 10th. Addressing the crowd during a Rapides Parish Republican Women's Club gathering, Fleming declared himself as a stark ally of President Donald Trump and his agenda. Fleming, a military veteran, physician, and former congressman, had also previously served as President Trump's deputy chief of staff during his first term, and now he's looking to add current Louisiana senator to his list of titles in 2026.
This is my second time to run, and this time as treasurer as well. So there are things that I think I can accomplish in the Senate that was hard to do in the House, because the House is, there are a lot of people in the House of Representatives, and it's hard for one person to make the kind of conservative changes that I think we need for our country.
In December of 2024, Fleming announced his plans to run against Louisiana's current senior senator and fellow Republican Bill Cassidy. And in his speech at the Bentley, Fleming called out Cassidy for being a, quote, rhino turncoat.
The rhino is, of course, Republican in name only, which means that if he's supporting legislation that Democrats tend to support, then he's not really being loyal to the party. I think really the evidence is obvious that he voted to convict Trump in the second impeachment trial. So I think because there was never any true evidence that he was guilty, and yet he was in the same party, a leader of our party, that makes him a turncoat.
To further plead his case as a stronger Republican candidate, Fleming cited his tenure as Louisiana's treasurer and his latest announcement while holding that role.
We launched this website, and you can go on this website and it has a search feature. You can find out everything and anything you want about your local schools, or schools across the state for that matter. You can find out the payroll, you can find out the administrative costs, the administrative payroll, school performance, contracts, who the contracts are with, you name it, you can find it there.
And transparency is something Fleming hopes to bring with him. Alongside a need for heightened transparency, though, he says the nation and its lawmakers
need to reform health care. Health care is way too expensive. We have too many people who are getting free health care via tax dollars. We have too many people in the wagon and not enough pulling the wagon, and that came from Obamacare. 3,000 pages that shifted cost from one group to another and expanded it to people, even people who don't work and don't want to work but can work. On the other hand, there was nothing in there that actually lowered the cost of care, and we're seeing that worse than ever.
On top of that, Fleming says while he supports the usage of vaccines, the freedom to make your own choice needs to be emphasized.
If you decide it's not right for you, then no one should make you do this. You shouldn't lose your job. You shouldn't be prevented from going to a museum or being inside of some function just because you don't have a COVID shot or any other kind of shot.
And while these are all plans and goals for the future, Treasurer Fleming says his main focus for the time being is,
I've got to win the primary. That's all I'm focused on right now. I'll worry about the general election later on.
Robert LaPearl, KALB.